remembering. Welcome everyone to the big reveal. My name is Helen Baratta and I am the Director of Development, and I get to host these awesome webinars, and Vicki Heath is our guest speaker. She's not a guest, she is our speaker today, and she is our National Director, and I'm going to turn it over to her. Vicki, take it away.
Well, welcome everybody. I'm excited about tonight. It's been a long time coming. We've been praying about rewriting our materials for about 5 years. And because of your generosity and the Lord's favor, we've been able to complete everything and to be able to pay for it. So that's a really big hallelujah. So I want to give the Lord praise right now and thanksgiving, because he has just provided a way to give you the best, most current fitness and wellness information, nutrition information out there. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to show you what it looks like. We're going to show you some of the changes, some of the things that have stayed the same, and we're going to be here to answer your questions. So that's what we want to do tonight. So I'm probably going to take my glasses off and on so I can read what y'all are chatting up here. So Helen, where do you want to start?
Well, first I want to tell you guys that you can send us questions. The best way to ask us a question is to use the question and answer. There's a little file folder on the bottom of your screen that says has a Q in it. It says Q&A. If you can send us your questions that way, that I can track and make sure that we've answered all your questions. I know it's easy to put it in chat, but it's really easy for me to miss it if it's in chat, because right now we have over 100 chats in there. So if you could, when you have a question, and just send your questions, and don't worry if I don't answer them in the order. I know what Vicki's going to say tonight, and so for some of us, I may be, I'll know she's going to answer that in a couple seconds, but we do want to answer all your questions the best we can tonight. So that's the first thing. So anyway, we're just really glad. We have somebody saying they're brand new and their first thing, they've never knew their products. Well, good. Yeah, everyone that's been with First Place will be learning it. So don't worry, if you're brand new, we're still going to tell you everything that you'll learn tonight too. So welcome. So Vicki, I wonder, should we start with one of our polls just to get them engaged, do you think?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, so I think the first poll that we're going to ask you is, First Place is all about, balance. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. So the first poll we're wondering is, I'm going to launch it. You're going to have to click on the screen to pick it. But which area do you struggle the most? Or you could say what's your weakest, whatever. So pick one. You just pick just whatever one you want to pick. So which area do you struggle with the most? Emotional, spiritual, mental, or physical? Looks like you guys are doing good. More than 50% of the people have already voted. So way to go. Seems like they know how to do this pretty well. So good job. We're going to leave it open for just another few seconds. So it's not too hard to vote. I know you guys can do it. So.
And the reason that we do these polls, some of them are just for fun and to engage you, but it also provides us great information. So if there's an area that we see the majority of our First Place for Health members are struggling, then that would give us information that, wow, we might need to expand that part of the whole person wellness, or we might need to get some new tools, or hey, we're doing well in certain areas. So these polls are important. They provide important information for us. So thanks for participating.
All right, so everyone has voted. Well, 90% of the people voted, and so it looks like it's a dead heat for emotional and physical. They're both 44% of the people picked, so 88% and then we have a 9% mental and 4% spiritual. So that's pretty interesting, I'd say.
So that's real helpful. So we're right on track. We've developed new emotional wellness resources, which we're going to tell you about in a few minutes. But so Helen, we knew we needed that. We
Yes.
knew that the majority of you struggled in that area. So thanks. That's good.
I am excited when she tells you it. We have some great stuff, new stuff this time. I always said last time when we updated in '08, our new stuff was the emotional mapping. That had such a huge impact on my life. And so and that's still there. We'll still be doing that, but we have more things to look at emotionally. And I think that's going to help everybody a lot. So do you want to start with the PowerPoint about the new products, Vicki? You want to
Let's
go
do.
there?
So they can just go ahead and see it. And then Helen and I will comment on each of these specific products. And hopefully you'll have some good questions near the end.
I hope so. All right, here you go.
Okay, so let's start with the logo. This is our new logo. Many of you've seen it already. We launched it last month, actually, on Facebook and at our summit this past summer in Boston. And I have to tell you, it took me a little time to make friends with it, as did our other logo. But what I really love about it, I'll just tell you some of the things I love. It's fresh. I love this color green. As you can see, my big banana leaf behind me, green is and my buffet and my shirt, all green. It's one of my favorite colors. So I really love the freshness of it. And the shape of it is to remind us that we're on a journey. So you see how there's the circle is not closed, because for most of us, this journey never ends, that we don't get to, we always have a beginning, but the end of our journey will really be when we are in heaven with Christ. That's when we reach perfection. So this little map toggle, it's what it reminds us of, a little map toggle on that journey. And everybody's journey is different. I know that one of the things that I love about First Place for Health is that I don't have to compare my journey to anybody else's. That it's really, it's individual. Just like my relationship with Christ, it's very personalized for me. And so that if you notice in the middle, there's a 1 and then the P, because First Place is, we never want to get away from that, because our fundamental scripture is based on Matthew 6:33. And we know that in that scripture, Jesus said that we're to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And all these other things will be added to us as well. All these other things, like how do I learn how to exercise? And how do I live in a healthy relationship with my family? How do I learn how to eat? Well, if we seek him first, then he will bring those things into understanding and balance in our lives. So First Place will always be our name, because that's what we want. That's the position we want Christ to have, that he is to have the most prominent position in our program and in our lives. And so that little 1 and the P is just there, and you have to kind of look at it for a minute to be able to see it. But that's what I love about our logo, because when you have the opportunity to share with someone what it means, that's actually a witness. When you share with someone why we're called First Place. And then you see the word first, it's bolded, as it should. Again, emphasizing his position. And then you see for health, First Place for Health. We are a wellness ministry, and we're trying to bring people into a healthy relationship with God and others and food. And so that's why we add the word health in there. We want it to stay in there. Now we changed out one thing. If you'll notice in the logo, we don't have the number 4 in there like we did before. Well, because we just think it looks a little bit cleaner to use the word FOR instead of the number. But what that does not mean, it does not mean that we've taken out the 4-sided person. We'll always have that in there because another fundamental verse for First Place for Health is Mark 12:30 and 31. And that's where Jesus himself explained how we are to love God. And he said that we're to love him with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. So the Bible pictures us as a four-sided person, and so that it will always be a part of our program. So I hope you like it, and we're all learning to love it. All right, Helen, you want to go on? So this is what our new materials are going to look like packaged together. So they're not going to come in that box. They're going to come in a little bookcase. It's actually a little holder that's going to hold all of your different books, and it'll sit perfectly right there on your desk, on your end table, wherever you keep your products or your materials, where they'll be handy. But also, we do realize that there are still brick and mortar stores, and this will fit perfectly in a bookstore on an end cap, and it will be easy for us to ship to you. So that's kind of how that's going to look. So let's kind of pull the books out and see what we've got in that little bookcase. So we have, first of all, My Place for Nutrition. And that's how the book's going to look. And one thing I'll tell you, you probably couldn't tell this maybe from the packaging photo there, but all of our books are going to be the same size. And I like that. Instead of the member guide being one size and then the Bible studies being another, all of our materials will be the same size. So this is My Place for Nutrition. And you can see that we're on there. You can tell exactly what this book is about. It's about our food plan. You see that beautiful pomegranate there. I love that picture. And I'll share with you a little bit about our new food plan. It's very personable. You'll be able to personalize it according to your needs. Like if you struggle with maybe celiac disease, or you have heart disease or diabetes, we have special part of our food plan that will help guide you how to eat healthy with certain special diseases. But also we've added another component which I love, and that is superfoods. So our new food plan will be a very powerful food plan. It will be superfoods that if you really want to get as healthy as you can be with using food, then we have that great plan for you. There was something else I wanted to share about the food plan. Oh, it's practical. It will always be practical. We are not going to ever go off on a fad, anything that's just kind of weird, or that foods that you can't buy at the grocery store. We will never do that. These are foods that you can buy every day. And this is a food plan that you can stay on the rest of your life. It's not something that you go on and you go off. So that's it. Okay, want to go to the next one, Helen?
I was just going to say, another thing that I was going to add is that the food plan is still primarily the USDA food plan. So it's still very scientific and fact-based. So that food plan is the basis of our food plan, is still the USDA food plan.
Yes, and that's important because we want people to know that our food plan has all of the food groups. We don't eliminate any food group. Now you can personalize that for the amount of protein, carbohydrates, fats that work best for you, and in accordance with what your doctor suggests for you. But I'm glad that Helen pointed that out, because we will always do a clinically based, scientifically proven food plan. So yeah, thanks for reminding us of that. Oh, so this is so fun. My Place for Fitness. Mary Ward who is a body and soul fitness instructor. She's also a board member for First Place for Health. She's written My Place for Fitness. And you can't really see everything there in the contents, but there's so much there. She's going to help you finally get to the place in your exercise where you will move from exercising because you hate your body to exercising because you love your body, to be able to make that kind of paradigm shift. And as you noticed on the poll, it's one of the areas where most of us struggle, is in this physical part, this eating and this exercising. And so Mary's got a lot of new information on some of the newest benefits of exercising. You're going to be surprised at what you may find in here, that it's not necessarily that you have to do everything full blast, but that incorporating small steps into your everyday life is going to help you be successful. So it's just, she has lots of fresh new information on here. You know, back in 2008, when we updated our materials the time before, I wrote the fitness part, and I could find about 20 clinically proven benefits of exercise. And today there's over 40. So we know more and more that it really is the secret to good health and longevity. So I'm excited about My Place for Fitness. I love these tennis shoes because they don't look brand new. This girl is hardcore and she's been working out. So that's who we are. I love that picture. Okay, so here is this new emotional wellness component that we've added. And actually, it's not just one book. There are 4 books here. And we have called this My Place for Discovery. And you're going to notice we use this word my place because first place is your place to find health and wellness. And all of our new materials are going to be very personal for you. So we've called this My Place for Discovery. And you can see each of the images kind of take you on a journey. And one of the objectives for My Place for Discovery is to dig deeper into those emotional issues that have just held us back for so long. So you will have 4 books that you will be able to go through in a year, in a half a year, and however long it takes you to go through and do some good self-discovery. Because we know after the last 10 to 15 years that getting healthy is way more than just eating less and exercising more. It's way more complicated than that. We wish it was just that easy. But I know in my personal walk, I ask myself a lot of questions, like, why do I keep eating when I'm not hungry? And those are really emotional issues tied to spiritual issues. So we have a lot of information here for you to do some digging deeper and do the real hard work of finding the answers, the hard answers. And this will take some time and some courage, but you're going to incorporate this into your wellness journey, and you're going to be so excited about what God's going to do.
One thing I wanted to add is book 1 of My Place for Discovery is what will be in the member kit. And then each quarter of 2019, we'll come out with the book 2, book 3, book 4. As we roll out more Bible studies each time, you'll also get the opportunity. So the suggestion in the My Place for Leadership is that you would start with My Place for Discovery, and then book 1. And then once you finish that, you would move on to book 2. And also, Vicki kind of alluded to this. We also know for us that are leaders, some members are going to finish book 1 and some aren't. And so we're going to suggest you finish book 1 before you move on to book 2.
So Helen, when I talk about the next component, do you want to take a glance at the Q&A and see if she
Sure.
can answer some before. Okay. So I'm going to let Helen look at that while I tell you about my place for Bible study. Oh my goodness, we have the best Bible studies coming out for you. They'll look a little bit different. You'll see that it matches our brand. All of our new Bible studies will have new covers. Even our old ones, we'll update those and rebrand them to match. There are some things that are going to be different about the studies. You aren't going to have in the back of the Bible study a physical hard CD that you pull out, but you will have those bonus music tracks, inspirational messages, but those will all be downloadable from our website. And I really love this because my MacBook Air doesn't even have a DVD player. And so for leaders, this will be great. You won't have to go running through the church trying to find the DVD player that somebody moved, but that you'll be able to download all of these extra things for Bible study and for teaching right onto your laptop or your computer. You'll be able to use them that way. There's some new things that we put in the Bible study. So every Bible study will have how to have a quiet time, how to share your faith, how to grow in your walk with the Lord. Because we want all of those things to be in every Bible study. Because I'm envisioning someone just buying one of our Bible studies. Maybe they haven't found their way into a group yet. They may not even be a Christian. They're a pre-Christian. And so how important will it be for them to learn how to become a Christian and then how to share your faith? So those are going to be in every Bible study, which will be great. But in each study, you'll still have your Live It tracker, your prayer forms, your personal weight measurement. You'll still have the 2 weeks of recipes. All of those things will be in there. Your scripture memory verses, your cards, all of that will still be in there. Those will not change, but you're going to see a little different format in there. You'll also have your trackers. They'll be in there also. They'll also be on our website for you just to download. Anything else about Bible studies, Helen? Oh, I can tell you some of our new authors that are writing. A new study that will be coming out this fall is a Bible study written by Grace Fox, a wonderful writer and speaker. And then we have another Bible study by our dear Janet McHenry. She wrote the one on training for success. We're bringing out another one by Janet on strength training. And then we have Joyce Ainsworth. We've waited a long time. Many of you have asked Joyce for years and years to write a Bible study. Well, she is doing it. Jeannie Blocher has also submitted a proposal for another Bible study. So we have great Bible studies coming. Helen, you want to say anything about that?
And Gary Meacham.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary's Bible study hopefully will be out this spring this summer or probably next winter. But this will be a follow-up Bible study to Be Free.
Yes.
Yes, so we're excited about that. We have just great Bible studies coming your way. We have not run out at all.
So most of the questions we're either going to answer along the way or we'll answer at the end. There's nothing that we have to answer right away. So
okay, all right. Well, let's go on. Let's share some more.
I'm going to do this one. How about that,
Okay.
Vicki? This is my first place. This is our wellness journey of a lifetime, has been redone, and it is included in our member guide, and it's called My First Place. So this is Vicki Heath's book that she wrote. I always tell people when we read this book, you'll get it. And so in the same way that we do now, this is a book that when people first join, we're going to say, you just need to read this book. When they're waiting for the group to start, This is the book that we want people to understand and read. I know a lot of you guys that have been using leader resources. We've been using the Wellness Journey of a Lifetime and reading different chapters. So this is going to be the great book with this. Great book that's going to be basically the you know the final pin of our member guide with our My Place for Nutrition, My Place for Fitness, My Place for Discovery, a Bible study, and then this book. And so in the very first member kit that will be for sale, that will be shipping in November, that you're buying, it is going to include the Bible study that Vicki mentioned, Forever Changed by Grace Fox. So that will be the Bible study. Our member kit is going to include a Bible study now. And so that was feedback that we got from you that, have everything one price. So we're excited about that. And then in January, when we come out with our next set of Bible studies, there'll be a drop-down box when you order your member kit. And so people will have to know what Bible study they want with their member kit. And we are going to be reformatting Seek God First is going to be one of the Bible studies that we come out with in early 2019. And that will be the Bible study as soon as it comes out. That will be part of the leadership kit when somebody's brand new and starting and buying a leadership kit. But you'll always be able to pick your Bible study now when you're ordering your member kit or your leaders kit.
And and it's included. That's so great. Somebody just jumped up on the chat and said, week 1 will be week 1.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. So our Bible study, let me go back to that page. There's no introduction here on the Bible study anymore. Some of us that have been doing First Place a long time, this is going to be a little change for us. But everybody, any of us that help new leaders, like, why do we start with week 2? So we're going to start with week 1 now. So many of us that help other leaders, new leaders, we're very excited about that change. So.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I think.
Let me tell you about that last My Place for Leadership. So Helen Baratta, she wrote My Place for Leadership. And I'll tell you some things. We got great feedback from our last leader guide. It was easy to use. You could find things pretty simply in there. We loved the format. So we kept a lot of that. But there were some things that it was missing. And so Helen has added that, especially in the area of leader care. I don't know about you, but I've been leading First Place a long, long time. And there are times when I got really tired and burned out. And so Helen is taking care of that. She knows, because she also has been leading a long, long time. Well, we want our leaders to lead long and strong. So we have a whole area in there on leader care to help you be able to recognize that you need to take care of yourself as a leader. So I love that we've added that. And so so that is a picture there of the, that's okay, of the member kit. And then the leader kit. In the leader kit, you will get all of the things in the member kit, plus My Place for Leadership. Will also, the leader will get that, and a tote bag to put all of your stuff in as a leader.
Also, all of the videos for the My Place for Leadership, we actually changed orientation is now called information meeting. So your information meeting videos that you show, they're going to be a downloadable. So we will eventually be able, if you need to have DVDs and you want to pay us to create a DVD, we will. But initially, it's going to be downloadable, and we've been doing that for quite a while now with our leadership. But as Vicki said earlier, DVDs are disappearing from the world. CDs and DVD players are no longer part of new computers and stuff. And so we just had a call this week asking when is the music that comes with the Bible study going to be downloadable? And I was able to say, yay, we're going there. We're here. Yeah. It's happening.
Soon, yes.
All right, well, I'm going to stop now and we're going to start answering. We have 20 questions, so I think we better get started on some questions. But I want you to know we want to take time. We have a picture of the new Live It tracker too, so we want to make sure we get through to that as well. So the first question is, will the website address remain First Place for Health?
Good question. Yes, it will.
It will, but we're working on a new website that we're hoping to premiere in January. And so it will be First Place FOR Health, but First Place for Health will always point there, as we will continue to use the FP4H as our acronym. So lots of things have the FP4H on them. And so you will always be able to get to our website if you type in FP4, the number 4H. And so that will continue to be our kind of abbreviated name, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody wanted to know what size exactly the books are, and I don't know that. I texted Lisa to ask her, but I'm not sure. Do you know, Vicki, exactly what
The same
size?
size as the Bible study.
Okay, so the same size as the Bible.
Whatever size that is, they're all going to be the same size as our Bible studies.
Okay. We have several different nutrition questions. And so one is, will the nutrition plan be compatible with a whole food, plant-based eating plan? This person is vegan, but emphasizing real foods.
Absolutely. That will be a bunch of our superfoods. That will be the kind of food plan that you will gravitate toward, will be our superfoods food plan.
And I think I want to say this too, having weighed 274 pounds and entered first place eating everything in the world. Our First Place for Health plan will be for everybody. I tend to eat whole foods now that I've gotten to goal. I mean, I eat very little processed foods. That's just my choice. However, when I first started, I went from ice cream to eating the Yoplait, sugar-free yogurts and sugar-free jellos and stuff. And I know some people are like, absolutely not. I would never put that in my body. Okay, you don't have to. That's not necessary. But the other thing is, know that there is no bad food in our food plan. Everything is permissible. Not everything is beneficial. And we get to decide, does this honor God with my body? For some people, a Diet Pepsi is honoring God because it used to be a regular Pepsi. And then maybe eventually the Diet Pepsi turns into a sparkling water, and then eventually you love water. But so for anybody that eats whole foods or is a vegan, I mean, Lisa Lewis is a vegetarian. She writes all our food plans. She has people that eat meat in her family, but and that she cooks for, and she's a wonderful cook. She cooks for us at Wellness Week. So I think we have a whole chapter on how to eat vegetarian and stuff. So the key is, yes, you can be a vegan, you can be a vegetarian, you can choose not to eat certain foods. That's your choice. That's no problem at all. But at the same time, we need to realize everybody is on their journey,
Mm-hmm.
and we can't be shaming someone. I guess that's my biggest thing. As a leader, I just want to encourage you, coming from 274 pounds, I'm thankful I never felt shamed that I was eating something. It's okay. It's do the next right thing. And so slowly but surely. But know that on our food plan now, Charlotte Davis, our nutritionist who wrote My Place for Nutrition, she has superfoods, and then we have good foods, and then we have cautionary foods. And so the superfoods are the best foods, the whole foods, the bestest foods in the world that are best for your body. And we're going to encourage you to eat as many superfoods a day as you can. But no one's going to be surprised that birthday cake and donuts are on the cautionary food list. They are. They're full of fat and sugar, but that doesn't mean you can't have birthday cake on your birthday, and you certainly can have a donut. You just probably can't have a donut every day if you want to lose weight. I mean, like, what's your goal? So
yeah. So true.
All right, so the next question, someone said the bookcase, the book holder, it looks amazing. They just wanted to let us know that.
Oh, good.
Um, Someone else wanted to know, are the books references or will they be reviewed together in our classes? And so I can answer that in the leader's guide. Every one of our books, the leader guide says, okay, you're going to assign them homework from this book on this week. That, every week you'll have that assignment that tells you. And just like in today's leader's guide, it has the first 12-week session all laid out for you. And then there's another one that's kind of like if you want to do your own. But also know that we will continue now to do the leader resources for each Bible study. So later in November, when we start selling, shipping, we will have developed the leader resources for Forever Changed. So that will have some videos to go with it and such. So that will also always be available. And I'm one of the people that help write that. And one of my goals is to make sure that over a period of time, we've hit all the different reference material that we have, because that was one of the things that I know Vicki, Lisa, Charlotte, and I, when we were looking at that, we realized, wow, we have such great stuff that we don't always point people to. And so we're going to do that, a better job of that in the future. The next question is there a separate charge for books 2 through 4? And that was for My Discovery. And yes, there will be a separate charge for My Place for Discovery. And if I looked really hard through my notes, I could tell you what that is. It's going to be whatever My Place for Discovery is today on the website. You can buy them separately. I don't have that book open, so sorry. But yes, there is. So you'll have to buy, and then we're going to come out with those books over the next year. And then once all 4 books are out, we plan to package them so you could buy all 4 of the books if you want. We sense, just like emotional mapping and anything, it's very probable that once you get through all 4 books, you're going to need to start back at book 1 again. Because I know with me and emotional mapping, I'm in a completely different place than I was when I did it, the last time. So this will be something that you'll probably be wanting to look at over and over again over time. It says, will different members be doing different books at the same time? And the answer to that is yes. After the first session, the way that I have it explained in the leader's guide is that you're going to have a time set aside in your meeting for the My Discovery discussion. And I suggest that you might break them into groups of, okay, you're on book 1, you're on book 2, you're on book 3. But even within the books, they'll probably be in a different place. So the question is, it's more about what did God reveal to you this week when you were searching yourself? What did you learn about yourself? And so it doesn't really matter if people are doing different chapters. It's more important for people to say, this is what I discovered, and this is what I'm going to do about it. And so the My Discovery is more about discovering than everybody moving together,
Or
because
answering a specific question. So the discussion time in your class or during your class will be, what did you discover, instead of what is the answer to page 39 blanks, filling in the blank. It's just a time of sharing what you discovered. So there won't be like an exact right answer. It's not, it will be what you'll be able to share, and it will be, it won't matter what book you're on, because you're just going to share from your heart what God is showing you.
great.
Yeah.
The next question is, will the books be available in electronic format? And the answer is yes, we're working on it right now. The most important thing was to get the books to the printer so they can get printed. So we have time now to get them uploaded as an ebook. So yes, that is the goal. And so we're working on that. Yay. Will there be new online classes starting in January? Is that when these new materials will start being used? We are going to have we have virtual groups starting this month. We have virtual groups starting in November using the what we're calling classic materials, but the classes that are starting in January will be doing Forever Changed, most of them anyway. We have a few. We have somebody doing Walking by Faith when everybody else is doing Balanced Living. We have somebody doing Be Free. Our virtual leaders have the freedom to choose a different Bible study if they like to. So, but in general, most of our groups will be using the new material starting in January.
And Helen, I think they asked, will there be new? That may mean, will there be more? We're always looking to expand our virtual groups, so we need leaders. So if you're interested, contact us. We will help you get started as a virtual leader, train you, show you exactly what to do. You don't have to be afraid of the technology. So we want to have more and more classes online. Yeah, it's really good.
Now, I want you to know, one of our networking leaders wants to know, will we be able to tell our networking and regional leaders if someone from the webinar is from that region? And so the answer to that question is yes, as long as you put in chat what state you're from. So if you're on here right now and you didn't put in chat what state you're from, and you would like your regional networking leader to know, hey, you were on here, and so that they can reach out and contact you and encourage you, then please put your state in the chat box. So that's a great, thank you, Sean, for that question. I love that question. So someone wants to know, will the older version Bible studies still be for sale? And yes, for as long as they last. We've worked really hard to make our inventory work out just in time for our new materials. So you'll see on there that we have quite a few closed out. And when we're getting a low supply of our Bible studies, we put them on closeout. And so we do have some, but we're not bringing any of the older ones back. So you can look on whatever is on the website. We encourage all leaders to always look on the website to see what Bible studies are actually listed there, because as the supplies run low, we put them on closeout. Once they're on closeout, it means that the supply is limited, and so we only have a little bit left. So that's a good.
Do we have another poll or a chat?
Sure. What would you like?
Questions. We're trying to get everything crammed in this little amount of time. So
okay, sure.
Let's do another one.
All right, let's see. How long has people been in first place? We'll get everybody to get in there.
So while you're answering that, we want to show you our new tracker.
Okay, sure.
How are we doing on time?
We have 15 minutes, so it's...
Whoa, okay. It goes by so fast.
All right. I'm trying to do 3 things at once.
I know.
I hope I can turn the... Okay, here we go. Can everybody see that? The poll is probably in the way. So, all right,
okay.
All right, here's the poll. We did the poll. 38% of the people have been here 1 to 5 years. That's what wins. And then 11 to 15 years. Woohoo! Oh, I should share the results with you guys. Sorry. So 1 to 5 is the winner, and then 11 to 15 years, and then 6 to 10. Wow. And then 16.
That's really good information for us.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
All right, Vicki, you want to...
so some things are similar to our other tracker, but we've really listened to you, like, this is what I need. So, Helen, if you want to show that, like, really up close one. So this is going to look very familiar. Like, this is how we've always done it. You can see your calories there and the suggested servings. But we also have added a new little part. Can you show that part next? So that you can just put your estimation in there. And isn't this the part where we just really want you to just use hash marks?
Yeah. For me, I love this, that for the people that maybe are like my personality and tracking and writing it all down might be harder, this is where you could just tick mark,
Yeah.
and then the section, I'm gonna go come back to this, but this is the other page. So each day will still have that same fill in the blank section that we had before. But now instead of it being, tick mark, fill in the blank, tick mark, fill in the blank, all your tick marks for the whole week are going to be up in one section where you're going to be estimating what you're eating. And so for me, that, technically some people could just do tick marks, and
Mm-hmm.
you're successfully tracking because you're paying attention. And the goal is that you're making sure, okay, it's the end of the day and you look at your tick marks and you realize, okay, I need to eat, oh, guess what? I need to eat vegetables, or I need to
And
eat,
not only that, you can look at your whole week at a glance.
yeah.
So that's really, I love that part. Now, something else, a lot of y'all use MyFitnessPal, and you've asked, wow, couldn't we just develop our own electronic tracker? Well, we could, but it's kind of crazy to develop something that's already been developed. So what we're doing is we have in the past, we have contacted MyFitnessPal to see if they would brand with us, partner with us, and just let MyFitnessPal reflect our brand. Well, in the past, we haven't had great success with that, but just because they weren't really sure if our website could handle that, if we had enough people interested. But now we really think that they're going to listen to us. So our new web developers, our new website developers are contacting MyFitnessPal, coming back around again and saying, hey, look at who we are. We have hundreds of people in First Place for Health. And so we're hoping that they will partner with us and rebrand MyFitnessPal just for First Place people to look like our food plan, and to be able to use their database, because that would just be such a practical and wonderful way to do it.
Great.
Yeah.
People are asking about the price, Vicki. I guess we didn't.
Oh, let's talk about the price. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Well, we want First Place for Health to be affordable, and we don't want the price to keep anybody from joining a group or starting on their own. So the good news is that our new members kit will be less than our old members kit. So maybe, Helen, you want to put the prices up, or you just want to tell them?
I don't have them written out, so you'll have to tell
That's
them.
okay. Oh, we don't have a PowerPoint slide.
We don't.
Okay. So our new price for the members kit is $79.
Yeah.
$79. I want to make sure I had it right, because we've gone back and forth trying to get it as inexpensive. But it'll be $79, and that will include your Bible study.
Right, $79.99, and that includes the Bible study. So in the current day, it's $19.99 and $99.99, which is basically $120.
Yeah.
And so
that's quite a savings, and we're excited about that we're able to do that.
And our leaders kit will include the member kit, and it will be $149.99. And today it sells for $199.99. So a reduction also of $50. So we're real excited that we're able to offer it for less price.
And a lot of your leader resources will be downloadable. That will be part of your leader kit that doesn't come in the mail. So those will be the things that you download from our website. So what's exciting is we're not throwing out all of our old materials, our old leader materials. We have a lot of that emotional mapping DVD by Cindy Shirley, that is so valuable. That will still be available, except it'll be downloadable. And Dr. Cooey's Why Should a Christian Be Physically Fit? We'll have, and even some new resources that will be included in your in your leaders kit, or if you'd want them, you can get them.
Right.
Yeah. And all of our new videos, they will be part of the leader kit, and they will be downloadable. And some of you watched us on Facebook 2 weeks ago when we shot all the videos at my house here on Edisto. And they turned my whole house into a studio. It was so fun. But we have Charlotte Davis talking about the food plan, Lisa Lewis showing you some of these beautiful superfoods and what 2 days of food can look like for you. And then Karen Porter shares some personal things and what God has done in her life as she wrote My Place for Discovery. And then I do the information video, and Mary Ward shares about my fitness plan. And then Helen's going to have a video for leaders on how to use the leaders guide. So all this is new and coming.
Well, several people are asking, when do they think they should start? Should they get more training? Those kind of things. So I kind of wanted to say, one, a lot of people that I'm talking to are getting the materials in November, they're looking them over, they're getting familiar with them in December, and then they're going to launch groups in January. Now, I recommend launching kind of towards the end of January, once people have already done all their New Year's resolutions and decided, oh, I need help. Some of our virtual groups won't even start until February. So, but that's going to be my suggestion. And as far as training on the new materials, I can tell you, I started teaching First Place for Health without any training. Our leader materials are well written and provide you detailed instructions. And at the very beginning, all you have to do is show the videos and ask the questions that are in the leaders discussion guide at the back of the Bible study. So, you know, we intentionally try and make it as easy as possible for you to start to bring a group to your church, to your neighborhood, to your home, wherever it is, a group of people want to get together and be, you know, a group. We have groups in Illinois, they're going to start doing it as a discipleship outreach. They want their First Place for Health groups at their churches to be outreach groups. So they'll be advertising outside and inviting people to come from the outside. And so just know that sometimes it's scary, but we have this saying, do it scared, do it anyway. Becky Turner says that all, do it afraid. We're trying to make it as to remove every barrier that there can, and you don't really need training to get started.
And we're having training events all over the country. So check our website, contact your networking leader, or contact us and say, I want you to come to my church and have a training event. We'll come. We'll work it out. But we have lots of events coming up, training events, and Wellness Week is next week. Actually starts this Thursday. It's full. I mean, we have not a single spot for another person. We've got another big event coming in January at Sandy Cove Retreat Center, Fun and Fitness for Life. And if you're it's such a great 3 days of working out and learning about healthy foods. We have just so many fun things to do. So check out our website and be a part of one.
We have people wanting to know a couple of things, how to get into a virtual group. So our virtual groups, if you're interested, you go to our First Place for Health, get started. And one of the options now is online groups. How to be an online leader. Someone wants to know, how do I get to be a virtual leader? And that would be me. And you can send me an email, Helen Baratta, helen.baratta@FP4H.com. I'm on every email you got for this webinar, so you can just find my email, and I'll send you an application. And we have a job description kind of a thing, but it is kind of, there is a process that you go through to be a virtual leader. Then other people want to know, will all the different places ebooks will be sold? And I don't know what the answer to that is. For sure, Amazon. I'm not sure what other ebooks will be available, but we'll see what we can do to get them as as possible. So, Sherry Carroll wants you to tell them about the possibility of an app, Vicki.
Wow. Well, that's coming. We hope we have to get our materials launched, our new website launched, and hopefully out of that will come an app. We've already got that little icon. It's going to look so great on your phone, but we're hoping that will be able to come next. So yeah, we want one.
So I think you already asked people are asking about tracking. And right now, if you want an online app, there's tons of them. A lot of people use MyFitnessPal. If you go on to the First Place for Health website up in the right-hand corner and you just type in all one word, MyFitnessPal, I've written 3 different articles on how to use MyFitnessPal using like the Live It plan, how I have it set up. And so there's a lot there. I have people that use Lose It. There's a lot of tracking apps out there. The goal is to track. Exactly how to track is not as critical as tracking. So I would encourage you to find the tool that works best for you.
Yep. Good. That's right.
So we have one more question that you could fill out in chat for us. We were wondering, of all the things on the newsletter, the website, the Facebook page, articles, the Live It tracker, our materials, what tool, what resource do you find most helpful? So if you could type that in your chat box. What is it that we want to know, what do we not want to get rid of, basically? Is there, what do we provide that could be the webinars? I don't know. I'm not fishing for webinar
Bible
content.
studies. I mean, to me, that would be what I'd put. I can't do without the Bible studies.
Yeah. Yeah, great. All right, see what we got here.
Tracker, good. Yeah, we're getting all kinds of good stuff. The downloadables, yay.
Ooh, yay.
Can't do without the four-sided person. That's right. We don't want to ever leave out a part of ourselves.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. Super.
This is awesome.
Really helpful. Thank you so much for responding.
Look at this. Well, Bible study seems to be leading over there, so.
Yeah. So what does that tell us? We have to always include the spiritual. And that is what sets First Place for Health apart. There's some other good weight loss organizations out there, but they don't include those biblical precepts and those teachings that really teach us the truth and how to live in freedom. So that part is critical. Well, Helen, I think that our time is...
I think we are. So one last question. Someone wants to know, do we expect old members to buy new materials? And so I would say, if you read my newsletter article this month, you would say yes. In 2008, when I saw the new materials, I was so excited. I could not wait to use the new materials. And so, yes, we're going to be selling our old materials for a little while, and we know that some groups are going to keep using our old materials, and you're welcome to do so. But know that as of January 19, our logo, everything will all be our new stuff, and we'll be moving in that direction. And so we hope and encourage all of you to embrace change and say yes and get the new stuff. Mm-hmm. It's very worthy. We're all very excited about it. So yes, we do expect everyone to get new stuff. And hopefully that will be good. But some people, it might take them a little while to get all new stuff. But we've tried to price it in a way that it doesn't exclude anybody. So good. Thank you, everyone. We're so excited for what God's doing here. And a lot of you helped make this happen by your donations. And so we just can't thank you enough for that. All the donations that you made to make this happen. These are your materials. You helped make them happen. Thank you so much.
Yay, there's Michelle. Hey, Michelle. So good to see all of you guys popping up, and I hope to see you at some event this year.
And again, if you want to do an event, just email us. We're glad to see what we can do. We'd love to come visit you. That would be awesome.
Sure.
All right. Take care, everyone. Blessings.
Good night.